Salute everybody. How everybody doing? Hope everybody having a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. Hope everybody cool. Got a hot day today, but we gonna get through it. The weirdest band ever. The UK is going through some shit. Hold on, what up, though, everybody? It's your man's Hurricane telling you what to do. I'm just sending out some shit. Hold on, I'm supposed to be playing some fucking music. Beaming up my goddess Vonta. You already know what it is. We gotta do this real quick, then we gonna get up out of here. Gotta take care of some business. The business. Gotta take care of the business. But I had to come back and get cool. Like, fuck the bullshit. They ain't about to kill me today. They ain't about to kill me with this shit. Much love to my goddess Vonta. I'm staying hydrated, baby.
Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. Got some weed if you want some more. Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. The joke coming through the door. Leave a trail of smoke. Pull the bag up out the coat. Girl, time for us to smoke. About to roll up some fire shit. You I'm getting higher with. Take it to the bedroom. Yeah, girl, I'm about to hit.
But you make my temperature rise even higher, baby. That's what my God is Vonta.
Girl got me loving that. With this fucking
I'm rolling them now, baby.
Right back up in them guts. I'm a bust. All love in the right. Don't give a fuck. Fuck the other hoes that play me. You the one I trust. It's a must. Treat you like a queen while I tear it up. Things around my waist. Fools versus when I'm in a dust. Say my name. Baby, know the game. It has never changed. In the bedroom, I'ma rock it like a hurricane. Got some weed if you want some more. Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. Got some weed if you want some more. Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. Time to float as we smoke some more. Baby, take
fuck them haters be lurking and shit. Hit the fucking like button.
Baby girl,
oh yeah, as soon as I say that, them bitches dip. Fuck off. I ain't playing today. Too hot.
Top of me round my face like a motorbike. Baby first cowgirl, while I smack that ass, girl. As I spoke of blood, feeling good in this man world, feeling free. We be fucking floating up in zero. In the suites, Holiday 3 is the place to be. See stars and planets while we smoking weed, causing big bangs when we fuck to melodic beats. I'm a beast in between the sheets, girl. I love the feast. Baby said the shit feel good, it's beyond belief. Roll the weed in the lead, vibe out to the beat. Music and weed is all that I fucking need.
You all that I need. Music, Vonta, and weed. Fuck those haters. You already know what it is. Hold on. Yeah, baby. They suppressing this motherfucking track. Hold on, wait a minute. They suppressing the track like a motherfucker, baby. They wildin'. I'm already high, but I'm hot as fuck, and I'm kind of delirious. But I got 12 tracks. 12 tracks. You already know what it is. 12 tracks for the Detroit Rhythm album. I got 3 songs for the ladies. I need like 4 more. 4 more songs for the ladies. And I'm on some hot shit too. But you know what that means. You better get on to the new shit. Oh, yeah. I understand we starting early, but fuck it. Let's get it out the way. I don't really got that much time. See my freaky chick, much under my goddess Vanta. Yeah. Fuck, we triple playing this shit. Is that your other page, Jordan? Oh, that's his page. You don't got the blue check next to your shit, bro. You supposed to be a mod over here. Stay above every time. We be on the grind, we bump and grind all the time. Keep it on my mind, better overtime every night. We be taking flights, go to do a heist, people right. Living hood bank, got your boost tonight, tonight. Detroit down the dog, where the party starts. Baby got a seafood, gotta take it off. Freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick, freaky chick. Freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a oh, all right, that's what's up.
Freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick.
Rogue One Productions.
You already know what it is. Let's go again.
Rogue One Productions.
Baby, you the baddest, dancing to these classics, and I love your message. Baby girl, I gotta grab it. About to make some magic. Bedroom fanatic, I'm addicted to the pussy, so you know me staying active. Yeah, smoking every fucking book. Yeah, she really love it. Yeah, smashing in the car while we keep the music bumping. She ride it like a rodeo. The story go. To the mold, yeah, rub it in the throat. Baby, wants some more, so I give it to her. Girl, I'm about to come and that's all I'm saying to her. In the shit, baby, she a freaky ass. She got
a easy vibe to it.
Yeah. We just need to fuck. After this session, baby girl, about to sleep with us. Waking up, talking paper while I blaze a blunt. Gator talk shit. Yeah, we gon' stay above every time. We be on the grind, we bump and grind all the time. Keep it on my mind, better overtime every night. We be taking flights, go to do a heist. People right, living hood and bike, got your boost tonight. Detroit down the dog, where the party starts. Baby got a seafood, gotta take it off. Freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, freaky chick, she's a freaky quick.
Rogue One Productions.
Fuck it, one more. Just because they suppressing my motherfucking video. One more time.
Baby, you the baddest, dancing to these classics, and I love blessing minutes, baby girl, I gotta grab it. About to make some magic, bedroom fanatic, I'm addicted to the pussy, so you know me staying active. Yeah, smoking every fucking book. Yeah, she really love it. Yeah, smashing in the car story go. Take it to the moon, hell yeah, rub it in the throat. Baby, want some more, so I gave it to her. Girl, I'm about to come inside you, is all I'm saying to her. Then the shit, baby, she a freak, freaky ass.
What's crazy is they don't got the blue check next to your name. So like after you changed it, I don't know if they took away your rank, but when I go to it to check to see if you still got it, you still got it. Probably on your end, you probably still blue. Like you still got it on your end. But on my end, it look like you don't got nothing. So fuck you too for that. Go to do a heist, right, living her right, got your boost tonight, Detroit out the dog where the party starts, baby, gotta see through, gotta take it off, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, she get freaky quick, freaky chick, That's my baby Bobby.
she get freaky quick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, freaky chick, she get freaky quick, freaky chick, she's a freaky chick, she get freaky quick.
Yeah.
Female Rogue One Productions.
What's good, everybody? I gotta go back out there in that hot sun in a minute, so like I made it back. I'm about to go live, and I'm gonna go back out there in that shit.
Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more.
Gotta get my rest on. Gotta smoke, get hydrated.
Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke, not a joke. Coming through the door, leave a trail of smoke. Pull the back up out the coat. Girl, time for us to smoke. About to roll up some fire shit. I'm getting higher with. Take it to the bedroom, yeah, girl, I'm about to hit. Love your tits, let me play with you for a little bit. Let us see them bounce when you ride on my fucking dick. Ice from the lava lamp, while I hit it from the back. And she love to throw it back. Girl, got me loving that. Girl, with this fucking blunt. Time to roll another one. When it's up, I'm getting right back up in them guts. I'm a bust all up in the right, don't give a fuck. Fuck the other hoes that play me. You the one I trust, it's a must. Treat you like a queen while I tear it up. Things around my waist, food brushes when I'm in her guts. Scream my name, baby, know the game. It has never changed. In the bedroom, I'ma rock it like a hurricane. Got some weed if you want some more. Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. Got some weed if you want some more. Girl, it's time to smoke. Got the bed if you want some more. Giving her the stroke. Time to float as we smoke some more. Baby, take a hit. Giving me a shotgun, then she giving me a kiss. Baby girl, butt naked, and I'm playing with her tits. Put your legs around my neck, girl. You know I'm about to lick. Should taste like a cherry pie. Moaning it is her reply. Get on top of me, round my face like a motorbike. Baby, first cowgirl, while I smack that ass, girl. As I smoke the blunt, feeling good in this man world, feeling free. We be fucking floating up in zero G in the suites. Holla Deck 3, it's the place to be. Place to see stars and planets while we smoking weed, causing big bangs when we fuck some high beats. I'm a beast.
You taste so good, man.
Girl, I love the feast. Baby said the shit feel good. It's beyond belief. Throw the weed in the leaf. Vibe out to the beat. Good music and weed is all that I fucking need. Hey.
You music and weed is all that I fucking need, Bobby. It feels so fucking good to tell a motherfucking bitch to be like I'm taken. With a smile on my face. Bitch came out to me today. He's like, oh, snap, you look good. You sing? I was like, no. I was like, I'm taken, baby. And I'm happy like a motherfucker. And I ain't even wearing nothing flash. I got on some black khaki pants and a motherfucking gray t-shirt. But it felt so good to be like, I'm taken. But a lovely Vanta. I even pulled out my phone and showed the wallpaper. I'm like, baby, I'm taken. I'm a bad motherfucker. Feels good. I know she saw that white girl and flipped out. Oh my God. Yep, sure, yep, uh-huh. Yep. You need some CEO cards. You know. I'm high like a motherfucker. But I ain't too high to tell a bitch I'm taking. Shit. Real shit, it felt good because I was happy. I was like, you know, it like, how can I put it? It felt like you was already at home. And I'm about to come straight home. You know, and it just felt good to do it. Even the phone agreed. Bling! You know. But it feel good. You know what it is. Let me get to this shit. I just felt happy, you know what I'm saying? Because most bitches would be like, here's my number, here's my name. Me, I'm like, I'm taking. You got a chick on my wallpaper. Motherfucker. You see this beautiful red hair right here with the glasses, the beautiful smile? That's my baby right there. Nah, most niggas will have a follow-up like, can we be friends? And they be like, yeah. And like, bitch, that's the motherfucking way in. Like, I'm glad she ain't come with a follow-up like, can we still be friends and talk? No. Because I know what your intentions are. Like, what the fuck? It was just a regular shit, just like it's a regular, hey, how you doing? Even the phone agrees. Like, hey, how you doing? That's it. It'll be it. How you doing? And I buy my shit in the store. You buy your shit in the store. We go our separate fucking ways. You already know what it is. It's just like, it just feels good. Even though the shit is long distance and motherfuckers look at me like I'm fucking crazy and delusional. But shit, bitch, fuck you. Like, shit. Like I said, I ain't fucking with nobody in this country. And most motherfuckers look at me like I sold out. I'm like, shit, if most of these bitches here want the scammer, this is black and white. They want the scammer over the nigga with the head on his shoulders. They want to smoke, drink, fuck around and be drug addicts and use and manipulate and control motherfuckers. You think I want to keep on dealing with that over here in this country? No. And another thing, half of this country can't read at a 6th grade level. So 7 times out of 10, I'm going to meet a female that can't fucking read or comprehend. You think I want to be around that? I'm tired of being the smartest man in the room. But I guess I'm the smartest man in the room. And they look down on intelligence. Never forget that too. Niggas, nerds, dweebs, weebs. Like, nigga, fuck y'all. Nigga, we the reason why y'all have a fucking computer. We the reason why y'all have a cell phone. We the reason why y'all watching TV. We the reason why y'all have this great entertainment with the techno babble, aka Star Trek. Motherfuckers wildin'. And mind you, I traveled the country. And if most women are the same, I said most, not all. If most women here are the same, I'm not about to fuck with this shit. Smoke, drink, fuck around, you a drug addict. And if you're not a drug addict, you motherfucking admit that you take bipolar medication. And half of the country can't fucking read or comprehend at a 6th grade level or lower. And you bitches are online talking about you want the scammer over the nigga that have the 9 to 5. Y'all want the drug dealer over the motherfucker that has a head on his shoulders. Y'all say y'all rather have the drug dealer than the banker. Now, I know we don't trust bankers, but I'm talking about the motherfucker that's just behind the motherfucking counter. You know, like it's like y'all don't want nothing good. Y'all don't want it. But yet they look at me like I'm a sellout for getting with a white girl. Or they look at me as a sellout for getting with someone from another culture. Bitch, fuck you. You don't even want me. And the rest of y'all bitches look down on me. Y'all bitches call me broke. Like, bitch, fuck you. That nigga that have all that money for selling drugs, guess what? That nigga gotta look over his fucking shoulders. And sometimes y'all bitches get shot up in the car with the nigga. I've seen it. This shit is on the news. Lighten your motherfucking ass up because you want to be with the bad boy. Fuck you. And I digress. So that's why I say
John Titor.
That's why I say it felt good to be like I'm taken by a woman that actually motherfucker has a head on her shoulders. No baggage, no fucking trauma, not on drugs, not on alcohol. And actually love me for me. Shouts out to you, Vonta. And fuck those other bitches that fucked me over. Oh yes, I'm a little motherfucking tipsy. Little high. But at the end of the day, nigga, I gotta keep it fucking real like I always do. Shit. Dude. Yup. But you already know what it is, Vonta. To the end of time. And even in the afterlife, I'll be there. On some Japanese anime shit. Like, baby, we will be with each other to the end of time and after the time. Meet me in the field of dreams and memories. Meet me in the land of paradise. I will always keep you there. Exactly. And the best memories are moments, not stuff. That's why I cherish every moment with you, Vonta. Rather we doing this shit right here or we at the diner. And I cherish every thought. But at the end of the day, I'm ranting. Let's go.
And the forum posts. Number 10. John Titor and the forum post refused to die. On November 2nd, 2000, a user calling himself time_travel_0 appeared on the Time Travel Institute forums and posted a claim that should have been laughed out of the thread within hours. He said he was a soldier from the year 2036. He said he had been sent back on a military retrieval mission to recover an IBM 5100 computer that his era needed to debug legacy code inherited from the late 20th century. He said he had been routed through the year 2000 for what he called personal reasons. He said he was there to observe the world before it changed. The forum did not laugh him out. The forum interrogated him, and he answered. Within weeks, he migrated to the larger audience of the Art Bell forums under a name, John Titor, and began posting with a specificity that no casual hoaxer has ever seen.
So you know. See, that's why I love you, Vonta, because I know you know about some of these time travelers. I wish I could travel the way you at right now and give you this loving.
For long. He described the engineering of his time machine. He described the dual micro-singularity that powered his displacement unit. He described the tolerances, the failure modes, the shielding requirements, the gravitational systems. He answered questions from engineers, physicists, programmers, and skeptics who were actively trying to catch him in a contradiction. He posted across approximately 4 months.
And it's Tito.
He posted hundreds of times. He never caught himself.
Yep, and that's when you know a motherfucker is using a goddamn AI to speak for me, you lazy bastard. I'll talk about this shit with words, my words, or I'm gonna just play the video. It's like John Titor is John Titor. Marty McFly the GOAT though. Hell yeah, Michael J. Fox the GOAT. until his mama want to smash them. His mama wanted to smash the fuck out of motherfucker. But she ain't know though. She ain't know. You know? His mom wanted to smash her son, but she ain't know it was the son that went back in time. He could have fucked up the whole space-time continuum on some instant. We call back to fucking. Real quick. She wanted to say, here we go. Now the bullshit begins. You know I don't got that much time. I gotta leave back out here in an hour.
The emblem, he said, of the unit he served with in the conflict still ahead. The patch did not match any known military designation in the year 2000. It did not match any
shit. Yo, Tammy, if it's motherfucking 96 degrees in the shade, it's 96 degrees over here. How hot is it in Utah? Because our 96 feel like a goddamn 100 and something right now. And plus I was out and about in that shit, taking care of business, had to come back home, drop this live, go back out there in that bullshit. Shouts out. What's up, Bearded? Where is the temperature? It's 96 degrees. It's 96 degrees in the shade. We hot. Oh yeah, in the shade. It is 96 degrees in the shade. We hot. Oh yeah, in the shade. Yes, I'll go reggae on y'all asses too. But I'm fucking serious. It's hot as fuck. Happy hump day, everybody. They say it's too hot to be humping. Fuck that. You got an AC or a big ass fan, clap her cheeks. Anyway.
Designation in the years since. It existed only in his photographs and in his descriptions. Then, in March 2001, he said he was going home. He logged off. He was never.
Yeah, this is John Teeter.
He was never seen again. For 2 decades, the Titor case was treated as the canonical internet hoax. A clever one, an unusually disciplined one, but a hoax. The IBM 5100 detail was technically accurate in a way only an engineer would have known. The physics he described was internally consistent. The posts were archived, time-stamped, and locked into a record no one has ever convincingly edited. Skeptics conceded the craftsmanship and dismissed the content. The content described a fracturing United States. Titor said the country would not split along a single fault line. He said it would split along many of them at once.
Damn.
He described a civil conflict that would not announce itself with declarations or front lines. He described a slow ideological separation in which halves of the same population would cease to recognize each other as countrymen. He described institutions.
Damn, that's how loud my fan was. It was hot as hell when I was recording this. So if y'all hear some shit in the background, it's probably God damn, really? I ain't know that shit was gonna do that. Fuck it, maybe not one of them, but I hope y'all hear it. If y'all can, thank you. But god damn, the fan is kind of doing that little. Oh yeah, you said the footage looks strange. Yep, you filmed for 6 weeks, but they fired him and go Michael J. Fox instead. Yep. Pro Privilege Carnival push him in the diner scene. I watched the cool video on the recently. That means my upload and they still home. It's hot or not. Like, look, they gonna keep with me. It's between hours of motherfucking 12. It's like, god damn, man. Let a nigga get through the fucking video and say what he got to say to his fucking people. Y'all bitch ass motherfuckers at YouTube, man. Suck a dick. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Let a nigga go fucking live. Can be live on their computers, tablets, and whatever the fuck they on. Kiss my. Yeah, bitch.
It is not the discipline 2000. Posting before social media existed. Before Before the phrase fake news had entered common usage, before 2 decades described the specific decade we are
And plus, what also makes me mad is don't want to act right. Just imagine that, Jesus fucking Christ. Wow. Oh my goodness.
He described its texture. He described its mood. And in his timeline, the mood was
Motherfucking that's higher than the signal tower. It's called Odit. Some is called Pegasus, and plus I don't know what the fuck the one in Detroit called, unless they all fucking with the same motherfucking Odit or Pegasus. But yeah, that's what's popping. They got drones flying over our head. There's motherfuckers in unmarked vans flying around with signals. Oh yeah, and here's the other one. Niggas on bikes with book bags. I know y'all probably think it's normal. A nigga might be coming from school, but no. Some of these motherfuckers that's wearing these book bags riding bikes, they got signal jammers in a fucking backpack. Yeah, spoiler alert. I don't trust nobody riding a bike with a backpack on. I don't trust no unmarked vans. I'm talking about like unmarked vans where there's no wheels on the side and it's a long ass antenna on the motherfucking van. Those are the hacking vans too. And they got drones. I monitor this shit. I found this shit. Let me know if y'all hear me. Yeah, but like drones flying over our heads, niggas riding on bikes with backpacks with signal jammers in it, and unmarked vans, white or gray, with no windows on the side but a long ass antenna on that bitch. That's what I see in my city.
in New York reportedly arrested a man named Andrew Carlson on suspicion of insider trading. The charge was routine. The circumstances were not. Over the course of 2 weeks of trading, Carlson had turned an initial investment of $800 into $300
can y'all hear it?
million.
I know y'all probably hear the wind muffling and shit. Okay, thank you, baby.
Every single one of them had paid off.
Because I was about to flip the fuck out.
In recorded market history has never achieved a streak remotely close to this. The most successful quantitative traders in the world, billions of dollars and teams of analysts, consider a 60% win rate across a career to be elite performance. Carlson had a 100% win rate across 126 decisions. The statistical probability of this occurring by chance is not small. It is, for practical purposes, 0. Investigators allegedly assumed they had uncovered the in American history. They expected to find a network of corporate informants, hacked databases, communications. They found nothing. Carlson had no contacts at any of the companies he traded. He had
shit.
With executives. No
that shit is cut off by itself. What the fuck?
According to the accounts that subsequently circulated through both tabloid circuits, which in his era were studied window before the institutional disorder of the late 2020s.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
He already knew the outcomes.
All right, YouTube. All right, YouTube. Hold on. I've been talking shit, right? You think I'm going to apologize for talking shit and y'all fucking with my Bluetooth now? My Bluetooth don't never cut off like this. Ever. It does that bullshit. I'm being tampered with and I know I'm getting closer to the truth, but this time travel shit to me is still far-fetched. But I guess one of these motherfuckers they talking about gotta hit close to home, so they fucking with me. So let's get it.
Student memorizes a multiplication table. He offered, in exchange for leniency, to reveal the dates of specific market events.
No, they for that Chris those
a sequence of disruptions clustered in the late 2020s, a period he described as the years in which the inherited financial architecture of the post-war world would begin to behave in ways its designers had never modeled. He described a currency event. He described a sudden revaluation. He described a moment in which the assumptions underwriting global capital would be tested and would not hold. Then, according to the reports, he posted bail, and then he disappeared. His bail money was never reclaimed. The apartment he gave as an address did not exist. No birth record, no social security number, no employment history, no tax filings under the name Andrew Carlson has ever been located in any American government database.
Meet the
treated as
Robinsons.
real because it could not be definitively unmade. The arrest record.
I saw
never
previews of it,
has
never
been
seen
quietly
it.
purged. The man.
I remember I saw the previews. It's about a kid. It's about a kid with like some gold hair. I think he wear glasses or some shit, flying a spaceship or something. It reminded me of Jimmy Neutron back in the day. And I think it came out around the time of Jimmy Neutron coming out. I think it's, man, this is old. I Meet the Robinsons like 06, 07 when I saw this. Yeah, it have to have been around 06, 07. Meet the Robinsons is I heard it was like one of them CGI movies. But I know I remember seeing a kid with gold hair and glasses in a spaceship. It's about time travelers. Figured that. So they probably went back in time to the dinosaurs or something. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, hey, I know what I saw. Thanks, Tammy, for confirming. It's hot over there.
He ever existed has not been found. What makes the Carlson case particularly disturbing in the current decade is not the arrest. It is the calendar. He named years. Those years are now. Number 8.
Yeah, Andrew Carlson, like they trying to lock him up for insider trading, but he was like, he already knew the motherfucking numbers. But now we on to another guy named Sergey.
Ponomarenko. In April 2006, according to accounts that have circulated for nearly 2 decades through Eastern European paranormal literature, a young man was detained by police in Kiev after behaving erratically near a busy intersection. He was apprehended via camera. The camera was the reason the case is still discussed. The camera, according to the reports, was a model manufactured in 1958. It was not a reproduction. It was not a collector's restoration. It was a working device of the late Soviet period, in the condition one would expect of a tool that had been used recently. Well, the film inside it had been partially exposed. When the officers developed the negatives, they did not find images of 1958. They found photographs of Kiev as it appeared in 2006. Buildings that had not been constructed in the 1950s. Vehicles that had not been manufactured. Signage and fonts that did not exist. Streetscapes that, according to the developing technician, could only have been photographed within the previous several weeks. The man identified himself as Sergei Ponomarenko. He produced an identification card. The card listed his date of issue as 1958.
Sergei
The man
Ponomarenko.
holding it appeared to be, according to the officers who examined it, was printed in a format that did not match any standard Soviet documentation of any era. The paper stock was wrong. The seal was wrong.
I told my past self, everything is going to be all right. You're going to make it. There's trials and tribulations with the bullshit going on. You're going to be all right. Because you're going to be all right mentally. But yeah. Around 07, 06, 07, I was on my own. 06, I let go of Christianity. And I got my own crib. 07, I was James Bond, baby. Getting naughty.
Typography corresponded to no known issuing authority. It was not a forgery in the conventional sense. It was a document from a bureaucracy that had never existed. He was dressed in clothing consistent with the late 1950s. A wool suit cut in the boxy Soviet style of the Khrushchev period. A narrow tie. Polished leather shoes of a type that had not been manufactured in Ukraine for half a century. He was, in every visible respect, a man who had stepped out of a photograph from his grandfather's generation and into a city he did not recognize. According to the surviving accounts, Ponomarenko was interviewed for several hours. He answered questions calmly. He said he had not meant to arrive in 2006. He said he had been part of an experiment whose nature he was meant to describe. He said the camera was his only means of recording what he had seen. And he said in passing that the conflicts shaping Eastern Europe in his era of origin would converge on a date he named as 2027. He said the year would be remembered. He did not elaborate. He was then, according to the accounts, transferred to a psychiatric facility for observation. The records of that transfer have never been produced. The man called Sergei Ponomarenko was not seen again. The case has been thoroughly debunked by every serious researcher who has examined it. The photographs have been traced to other sources. The identification card has been identified as a prop. The story is, by every conventional standard, an artifact of internet folklore that hardened into pseudo-history through repetition. And yet, it persists. It is cited as foundational in the Eastern European literature on time displacement. It persists because the image it leaves behind is not the camera or the card. It is the young man in the wrong suit, wrong decade, pointing at a year still ahead of us. Number 7, Håkon Nordqvist, and the cabinet beneath the sink. In August of 2006, in a quiet residential Sweden, a man named Håkon Nordqvist noticed water pooling on the floor beneath his cabinetry.
Now, this shit fucked me up. His sink was leaking. He went under his sink to check it out and ended up in a room where he saw himself in the future. The only thing he could do was take pictures of himself with the same watch, same tattoo. You know, it's kind of hard to fucking believe. You know, like most of this shit you hear is far-fetched, but it's like, what? This some shit that you motherfucking find in a movie. They made Back to the Future for a reason. Yeah. Because it goes back to what I used to say. Everything has a source. Ain't nobody just gonna wake up in the morning or at night and be like, I got an idea for the perfect time travel movie, or for the perfect alien movie, or for the perfect movie about unlocking yourself, without it being a source. Time travel is real. And how they do it is probably not like how the movies is. It's probably more sophisticated, more complicated, or maybe more simple. Because here's a way to travel back in time. Everybody, close your eyes and think about the time you was playing on the playground. Ladies, close your eyes and think about that good time you was getting that good stroke. Close your eyes and think about the good times. Good times.
Was leaking. The cause appeared to be ordinary. He opened the cabinet doors, crawled into the space beneath the basement.
Oh, that's a good fact. I didn't know that.
He did not come back out for some time. When he emerged, he had filmed what he claimed was the strangest 90 seconds of his life on the camera of his mobile phone. He said the cabinet had not ended.
Yeah, but the butterfly effect.
Not understand.
But the butterfly effect it's still like a theory, because they say, you know, a butterfly flaps his wings, a tsunami happens, and all that shit. Now, look, the butterfly effect is, we misinterpret it because it's probably something else. We know it's there, but the butterfly effect is no more than causality. For every action, there's a equal and positive reaction, and every choice you make can change of time, but it's only in another timeline, which leads me back to these time travelers. They may not have came from the past, but they probably came from another dimension. Our same world, but different, you know? And there was a CIA agent that said he went to this shit called the G7 Summit, and he was talking to not aliens, but humanoids, but we're half machine. And they're talking to people 20,000 years in the future, or in another timeline, 50,000 years in the future of another timeline, and 30-something years in another timeline, and they're exchanging technology. But what people are not failing to realize is this: all we got to do is not merge with technology, so we don't have those possible futures. But since they're pushing us merging, are we good? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, fuck.
It's also never been conclusively proven. This is not the unsettling part. The unsettling part is what the older Nordqvist, his younger self, before the quarter closed. He did not describe
And I gotta get my hair cut today.
or quiet collapse.
Shit.
He described it
Got too much shit going on today. Gotta get my hair cut, gotta grab his money.
No longer arrived when they were expected. He described coastlines that had moved. He described summers that broke records that had stood for centuries, and winters that no longer behaved like winters at all. Described in the casual language of a man for whom these things had become unremarkable. A planet whose weather had become a stranger to the people living on it. He said the inflection was not 2042. He said the inflection was earlier. He said the years around 2007 were the threshold his own generation had crossed, without understanding what had been crossed. He said that by the time the threshold was visible from the other side, it was already behind them. The Nordqvist footage is now nearly 2 decades old. In the years since it was posted, the global record for hottest year on file has been broken again. Storm systems have intensified at rates the modeling of 2006 had not anticipated. Coastlines have receded. Cities have flooded that had not flooded in 1,000 years.
Salute, live and learn.
Nordqvist still lives in Sweden. He has not retracted the story. He has not embellished it. He told it one behind it. Number 6. Brian, the redacted file from Lazar Industries. He has no verified name. The name Brian Johnson appears on no employment record, no academic registry, no document that has ever been authenticated by an outside party. What exists is a persona, a presence on encrypted forums and fringe video platforms, a voice distorted through software that blends into something machine-like, a webcam image, or no one. The persona surfaced sometime in the mid-2000s and has been posting, with long silences, never seems to work for industries. He has never produced evidence.
Lazar Industries. Then that's a connection to this time traveler. But chances are you might not find shit. But if we see something in the future, maybe next year or the year after, some shit about Lazar Industries, just know they're the niggas with the time travel.
That Lazar Industries exists. No corporate filing, no tax record, no employee testimony, no physical address. According to Johnson, this is the point. He says the program he works for was structured from the beginning. The material that never leaves the building is the material he himself smuggles out. Never leaves the building is the material he himself smuggles out.
So that means like whatever they uncover, they catalog the analog mentally, or probably some type of chip that they take with them, and they burn everything else. So the only files that he did have to put out is the shit that he took.
That material has a consistent visual style. The documents he releases are formatted as internal memoranda, complete with letterheads, classification stamps, distribution lists, and the bureaucratic furniture of an institution that takes itself seriously.
Let me know if y'all
They are also extensively redacted. Black bars cover names, project numbers, dates, locations, and entire paragraphs at a time. What remains visible is just enough to suggest a context, never enough to verify one. The redactions follow the same pattern across every release. The same fonts, the same margins, the same placement of the classification banner. If the documents are forgeries, they are forgeries produced by someone with a meticulous eye for institutional convention. If they are not forgeries, they are the most consistent leak in the history of the genre. What makes the Johnson case particularly disturbing is not the documents. It is the specificity of the financial warnings embedded inside them. He has, across multiple releases, named specific months in 2027 in which he claims a fundamental shift in the cryptocurrency ecosystem will occur. He does not call it a crash. He does not call it a rally. He calls it a reclassification. He describes a moment in which the underlying assumptions that have organized digital currency markets for nearly 2 decades will be invalidated by an event he refuses to describe in plain language. The redactions, he says, are not his. They are imposed by the conditions under which the documents can be released at all. His material resurfaces on a predictable schedule. Every period of significant crypto volatility brings the documents back into circulation. New audiences encounter them as though for the first time. The warnings are read against the latest headlines and found to fit. The pattern repeats. The documents age, and the warnings remain unresolved, waiting for the window he named. Johnson himself has gone silent for months at a time. He always returns. The persona, whoever maintains it, has been patient. The window he has been pointing toward is no longer far away. Number 5. Alexander Smith and the agents sent to 2118. The Bryant Johnson documents arrived dressed in the language of Vikings. The Alexander Smith case arrived dressed in the language of the state. The two share a kind of bureaucratic gravity. The suggestion that what we are reading is not the rambling of a forum user, but the residue of an institutional process. The difference is that Smith did not hide behind a webcam. He sat for interviews. He answered questions on camera. He gave a face to the claim. The face was the first problem. Smith identified himself as a former intelligence officer attached to a compartmented program inside the Central Intelligence Agency. He described the program in the cautious, half-redacted manner of a man who had been trained to speak around classified material rather than through it. He said the program had begun in the late 20th century. He said its purpose had been the forward displacement of human agents into specific future windows for the purpose of observation and retrieval. He said his own mission had carried him to the year 2118. He was, by his own account, a middle-aged man. He did not look middle-aged. Interviewers who sat across from him described a face that had aged past its stated years, a complexion that had thinned in ways that did not match the biography on the page. He wore dark suits in every appearance, well-cut, unremarkable, the uniform of a man who had spent decades being forgettable in rooms where forgettability was the operational requirement. He did not raise his voice. He did not gesture. He answered questions in the same flat register, whether he was discussing his recruitment, his training, or the year 2118 itself. What he said about 2118 was less interesting than what he said about the years between. He said the agency he had served had no particular interest in the deep future. The deep future was the cover story. The deep future was the destination on the manifest. The actual object of study, he said, was a much narrower window, a band of years closer to the present that the program had identified as the threshold. He said the year 2027 was the date studied in his era, the way intelligence analysts of the 20th century had studied the summer of a year the trajectory locked. He said the threat did not remember it as a war, or a collapse, or a discrete catastrophe that could be marked with a plaque. They remembered it as the moment the room got crowded. He said that by the late 2020s, the population of intelligent agents on Earth would no longer be exclusively human. He said humanoid machines would walk through ordinary public spaces. He said they would ride transit. They would stand.
Yep, we got them right now. The robots are coming
in lines. They would occupy the chairs in waiting rooms. He said the first generation of such machines would be unmistakable, awkward, slightly wrong in their movements, and the public would respond with the curiosity reserved for novelties. He said the second generation would not be unmistakable. He said by the third, the question of who was in the room with you would no longer have a simple answer. In the years Smith first made these claims, the suggestion was met with the same skepticism that had greeted every traveler before him. Humanoid robotics, in the relevant period, was a laboratory curiosity. The prototypes that existed moved like injured animals. The notion that such machines would share sidewalks with communities in a single decade was the kind of claim that disqualified a witness on contact. The prototypes are no longer in laboratories. They are being demonstrated on stages, in warehouses, in promotional footage released by companies whose valuations now depend on the public accepting that these machines are imminent.
A University of Illinois is locked in from the day you enroll until you graduate, so you all know what to expect.
Companies whose valuations now depend on the public accepting that these machines are imminent. They walk. They carry objects. They respond to spoken instruction. They are awkward in precisely the way Smith said the first generation would be awkward. He said the people of 2118 did not blame the engineers. He said the engineers had been doing what engineers do. He said the threshold was not a technical event. It was a civic one. It was the year, he said, in which the human population stopped asking whether the room should be this crowded and began, instead, to make space. Number 4, Noah and the boy, who said the machines were almost ready. In 2017, a figure calling himself Noah began appearing in a series of viral YouTube videos. He claimed to be from the year 2030. He was filmed in a hooded sweatshirt. His face was blurred or shadowed in every appearance. His voice was electronically distorted into a flat, mechanical register that stripped it of age, accent, and identifying texture. He looked, by design, like nothing. He looked like a silhouette that had agreed to be interviewed. The videos accumulated millions of views across 2017 and 2018. Noah submitted, on camera, to a lie detector test. The test, according to the operator who administered it, indicated truthfulness. Skeptics correctly pointed out that polygraphs are not admissible evidence in any serious court, that the operator's credentials were never verified, and that a person who genuinely believes a delusion will pass a polygraph with the same readings as a person telling the truth. The skeptics were correct. The lie detector proved nothing. But the lie detector was not the part that aged strangely. Noah described, in 2017, a near future in which artificial intelligence would cross a threshold. He did not use the language the industry would later adopt. He did not say large language model. He did not say generative system. He did not say foundation model. He said only that the machines were almost ready, that the breakthrough would arrive before 2028, and that the people of his era no longer remembered what it had been like to compose a sentence, write a letter, or solve a problem without a system silently completing it for them. He said it would not feel like an event. He said it would feel like a convenience. He said that was the point. In 2017, this was a fringe claim. The dominant public conversation about artificial intelligence still treated it as a distant problem, a topic for philosophers and speculative novelists. The system available to the average consumer in 2017 could not write a coherent paragraph. They could not pass a high school exam. They could not generate an image from a description. They could not hold a conversation that lasted more than 3 exchanges before collapsing into nonsense. 8 years later, all of these capabilities exist. They exist on phones. They exist for free. They are used by hundreds of millions of people to perform tasks that in 2017 would have been considered impossible by every credentialed expert in the field. Noah did not predict a specific product. He did not name a company. He did not give a date that could be falsified. He gave a window before 2028, and he gave a description of how it would feel from inside. He described a population that would adopt the change without registering it as a change. He described a quiet erosion of the boundary between human thought and machine assistance. He described, in the language of a hooded figure in a distorted voice, the exact texture of the years we are currently living through. What makes the Noah case particularly unsettling is not the polygraph. It is the migration. The warnings that had once arrived through forum posts and police files were now arriving through smartphone cameras, through algorithmic feeds, through the same channels that would soon be reshaped by the technology Noah was warning about. The medium had become the message. The warning had moved onto the platform it was warning against. He logged off in 2018. The account went quiet. The videos remained. Number 3, Edward and the broadcast from the year 5000. In the early 2020s, an account began appearing on TikTok under the name Edward. The account did not claim to be from a decade in the future. It did not claim to be from a century in the future. It claimed to be transmitting from the year 5000. Edward's videos shared a single, rigid aesthetic. The lighting was always dim. The figure was always seated in a low-lit room, sometimes in what appeared to be a small interior space, sometimes against a wall whose features could not be made out. He wore mirrored sunglasses in every appearance. The lenses reflected. His voice was processed. Every word was filled. They were warnings about the year 2027. He described a solar event. He said the sun, in the months approaching the convergence, would release energy at a scale that had never been designed to absorb. He said the auroras would appear at latitudes where they had not been seen in centuries.
Hey Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and assemble. Oh, Maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Ah, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. In centuries. He said the satellites would begin to fail in clusters. He said the conveniences the modern population had come to treat as background utilities, the navigation systems, the payment networks, the timing signals that synchronized every electronic transaction on the planet, would begin to flicker in ways the operators of those systems would not initially be willing to explain. He said this would not arrive as a single catastrophe. He said it would arrive as a series of small disruptions, each of which would be reported as an isolated incident, each of which would be dismissed by the morning news cycle, each of which would form, when assembled, a pattern that the people experiencing it would only recognize in retrospect. Skeptics dismissed Edward as a costume, the mirrored sunglasses, the dim lighting, the robotic voice. These were the props of a performance, not the artifacts of a witness. The aesthetic was too curated. The vocabulary was too contemporary. A man from the year 5000 would not, the skeptics argued, sound like a man who had spent his evenings watching modern internet videos. The believer communities that formed around the account grew anyway. They grew into the hundreds of thousands. Beginning in the same years Edward, the sun entered the active phase of its 11-year cycle. Or appeared at latitudes where they had not been seen in living memory. Power grids in several countries reported brief, unexplained instabilities. Satellites failed in small numbers that did not, individually, alarm anyone. The truly disturbing aspect of the Edward account is not the costume. It is the timing. A figure in mirrored sunglasses, speaking through a vocoder, began describing solar disruption in the exact window in which solar disruption began to be reported. The voice was processed. The warning, every available measurement of the sky, was not. Number 2, Mike the Time Traveler and the countdown that found its audience. Of all the figures cataloged in this list, Mike is the only one whose warnings have been delivered not to a forum of skeptics, not to a hospital scribe, not to a federal investigator, but to an audience measured in millions. He runs one of the most followed time traveler accounts of the last several years. His posts are watched, shared, and dissected by a viewership larger than the populations of small countries. Whatever Mike is, he is no longer fringe. The fringe has become the center. The figure himself appears almost never in clear view. He films as a hooded silhouette against backgrounds tinted in neon, magenta against black, cyan bleeding into violet. The aesthetic is deliberate. It is the aesthetic of a transmission rather than a confession. Every post is layered with ominous text overlays. The text arrives in measured fragments, one phrase at a time, the way a warning is delivered when the person delivering it has been told to be brief. What separates Mike from the figures who came before him is the calendar. He has not gestured at decades. He has not pointed at centuries. He has posted, throughout 2024, throughout 2025, throughout 2026, a sequence of highly specific dates, each date attached to a claim, each claim narrow enough to be checked, each sequence advancing toward the same destination. The destination is 2027. Every thread he has opened leads there. Every countdown he has begun terminates there. The structure of his output is not a scatter of predictions across an open future. It is a funnel. 3 years of dated posts narrowing toward a single year, the way water narrows toward a drain. He has described, in the months leading up to that year, 2 events in particular. He has described what he calls a first contact event. He has not specified the nature of the contact. He has not said whether it is biological, technological, or something the language of our era does not yet have a category for. He has said only that the contact will not be ambiguous. It will not be a blurry photograph or a contested radar return. It will be the kind of event that ends one period of human history and begins another. He has also described a major scientific discovery in the same window. Again, the description is partial. He has said it will not arrive from the institutions that currently command the field. He has said it will arrive from somewhere none of the current observers are watching. He has said the discovery will rewrite assumptions that the discipline considers settled. Believers have spent the last 2 years a vaguely worded post about disruption in the spring became, after the fact, a confirmed prediction of an event that followed. A loose reference to an institution losing its credibility was matched retroactively to a headline that fit. The believers do not require precision. They require resonance. And Mike provides resonance and volume, dated and time-stamped. The archival record building beneath him in real time. The unsettling aspect of Mike's account is not whether any individual post is genuine. It is the shape of the curve. The dates are getting denser. The posts are getting shorter. The countdown is approaching the moment it was always pointing at. 1. Javier from 2027. In the spring of 2024, a TikTok account began posting under the name Javier. The account had no biography, no linked profile, no commercial pitch. It had only a claim. The user said he was not predicting the year, 2027. He said he was speaking from inside it. He said the date stamped on his phone in the timeline he occupied was already 3 years ahead of the date stamped on the phones of his viewers. He said he was reaching back across that gap because there was no one left in his own time to speak to. The photographs he posted are the reason the account spread. They show urban streets. They show intersections that any viewer in any developed country would recognize as a downtown core. They show traffic signals still functioning, still cycling through their colors. They show shop fronts intact, windows unbroken, signage legible. What they do not show is people. They do not show cars. They do not show the small evidence of human routine that fills ever taken of a working city. The small evidence of human routine that fills every photograph ever taken of a working city. Pigeons, trash, a jacket left on a bench. The streets in Javier's photographs are clean in the way that only abandonment makes a street clean. Nothing has been dropped because no one has been there to drop it. In several of the images, vegetation has begun to reach into the roadway. Grass through the seams of the sidewalks. Vines climbing the lower frames of bus shelters. A tree, in one frame, growing through the open door of a storefront. The vegetation in the photographs is not the vegetation of a single missed summer. It is the vegetation of 3, 4, 5 seasons without intervention. It is the vegetation of a city that has stopped being maintained because no one is left to maintain it. Javier was asked in the comments of his posts what had happened. He did not answer in the manner of the conspiracist or the prophet. He answered in the manner of a man describing a room he was tired of being in. He said he did not know what had happened. He said no one had told him. He said that by the time he was old enough to ask, there was no one old enough to remember. He said the streets had been like this for as long as he could recall. He said the world was not destroyed. It was simply empty. He said the buildings still stood. The power still...
And that was the last time traveler I saw. It was the guy that was in an area where there was nobody there. Nobody was around. So people that was in his chat is like, he went hopped in the whip and drove around. There was nobody there. Because I'm like, whoa. Now I'm trying to be logical and be like, maybe he was out early in the morning, somebody driving. Night shift. Some people just getting off. Nothing. That was the last shit I saw. Last time traveler I saw. He's in an area where there's nothing. It was just like we just all disappeared. Where the fuck did we go? Where the fuck did we go?
On in patches. The signs still glowed at night in cities where no eyes read them. He said the infrastructure had outlived its purpose, and the purpose, he said, had been us. Skeptics have noted that the photographs are easy to fabricate. Modern image tools can empty a street with a single command.
Yeah.
The account has never produced verification. The account has never produced anything but the photographs and the captions. The case for Javier as a hoax is overwhelming. The case for Javier as anything else is non-existent. And yet, he is the 10th figure in this record. He is not the first to name a window. He is not the first to describe an empty world, an institutional collapse, a population that thinned without ever understanding what was thinning it.
Yeah.
He is only the most...
Yeah, and it's crazy that like all the travelers got something in common. Shit is about to fuck up around 2027. That was the threshold, but what's scary is people is not going to know that the change happened. But there's still a question. Where the fuck is everybody? Where did we all go? Did we all cease to exist? Did we all get abducted by aliens? Or did we all just die? But like the way it is, it's like, how can I put it? It's eerie. It's eerie. It's very eerie. And I ain't say that word since the 90s. It's very eerie and weird. For a time traveler to be in the area where we're not there. So yeah, you stay safe too, Tammy. You stay hydrated. I know it's hot everywhere. It's wild. This is wild work. But shout out to everybody. I think it's this the last.
He is only the most specific. He is the one who named the exact year, and he named it from inside that year, and he addressed his warning to the audience watching this video right now. Consider what has been assembled in the preceding minutes. A forum poster in the year 2000 describing a slow civic dissolution. A traitor in 2003 describing the early 21st century as the last period of human economic activity.
Yeah.
A Swedish man in 2006 describing a murder no one would notice happening. A school teacher in 1922 describing the attention economy by name. Children in the 1970s describing a narrowing window that would close in our decade. A whistleblower releasing redacted documents. A boy in a hooded sweatshirt warning of artificial intelligence. A man on TikTok counting down dates. And now, a photograph of an empty street with a caption that reads as though written from the other side of whatever is coming. These witnesses did not coordinate. They did not share a platform, a language, a generation, or a country. They posted on forums that no longer exist, in hospital beds, in interrogation rooms, in cell phone footage filmed under a kitchen sink. They have nothing in common except the year they named, and the tone in which they named it. The tone is not panic. The tone is recognition. It is the tone of someone who has already seen what is coming, and is no longer trying to prevent it, only to leave a record that someone tried. You are watching this video in the year the witness is named. You are watching it on a device they described before such devices existed. You are watching it inside the window they said was still open. What you do with that information is the only part of the record that has not yet been written. If you want to see more videos like this, click the video on screen now.
And that's it for that. I gotta get up out of here. Where we at? We at an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's good. Much love to my goddess Vonta. Much love, Tammy. Shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to Live and Learn. And like, I hope y'all enjoy these crazy time travel stories. Like, it's wild. I heard most of them. I ain't hear some of them. But you know, and I know it's kind of outside the box of the content I do, but you know, it's I think, you know, like all these time travelers have something in common. There's gonna be a collapse. We're not gonna know it's collapsed, and question mark. And the guy that did this video, he forgot to mention the guy from Torrid. There was another guy that was a time traveler from Torrid. He got caught by the police, and they saw his information, and they was like, this shit is ancient. And then I think he was in a cell, and he mysteriously disappeared from it. The mysterious guy from Torrid. I think Turad. Look up the mysterious guy from Torrid. But yeah, like this, the only time traveler this guy forgot to say. Yes, he named down top 10 and gave explanations, but I'm gonna add a number 11. The guy from Torrid. Yep. So let me go back out here into this heat. I'm about to wet my towel, grab me a big jug of water, and get ready to go pick up this money and pay some bills. I'll cut my own hair when I get back. I'll cut my own hair. I'm not about to pay no bread to get my hair cut. I could cut my own hair because I'm bald anyway, Captain Cisco style. I can cut my own hair. Save me some money. But But much love, Devonta. Thank you, my UK correspondent, my goddess. Shouts out to Tammy. Shout out to Joy, Live and Learn. We about to get up out of here. This is HHN Special Stories. We're talking about time travelers. And let's just be on the lookout for what's going on next year in 2027. You're about to see what's popping. You're already in the middle of the year. So let's see how the whole year gonna bring out, and let's see what unfolds next year. Because it's about to be a motherfucking shit. But logical explanation, and I'm giving a logical explanation. The logical explanation on why there's nobody around is because they probably made the smart city. And everybody got herded there. And the cities that were abandoned are abandoned. Because everybody is probably in a smart city right now. That's a logical explanation. I don't want to go far-fetched with the time travel shit. But if I want to play the time travel game, let's play it. If they're building smart cities and they're not going to do it in the places where there's already buildings, motherfuckers probably in the field somewhere with a smart city. Even the phone agrees. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, there's some shit going on in the Greektown area. They're trying to build a smart city in Detroit. So I need to go to the Greektown area, and I'm about to go live, and I'm about to show y'all what the fuck's popping. Okay? Yeah, we gonna be on the go with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but I should do it today when I get done picking up that bread. Like, that'll be like a second live to do. I'm gonna have to get off at an earlier stop, walk through the Greektown area, and see what's popping. Because I ain't been in the Greektown area since the early 2000s. So I'm gonna check out the Greektown area. The Greektown area is the casino called Greektown. We have a restaurant with live entertainment called Fishbones, and there's a whole strip of restaurants. And there's people outside drawing pictures of you, like caricatures and shit. It's all like, it's a nice strip. It's a nice strip. It feels like a Vegas strip, but it's like a short strip. But if they're building a smart city over there, I gotta check it out. And I'm gonna let y'all know what's popping. If not today, probably tomorrow. But it's so fucking hot. I just want to get my motherfucking bread and like try to get home as quick as possible. Cut my hair and like probably get back to another live. Whereas 8 Mile is, I'm over here off of Glenwood. It's 3 miles from me. I'm 3 miles from 8 Mile. No, probably 4 miles from 8 Mile, because I'm closer to 6 Mile. I'm closer to 6 Mile, but it's about maybe I think half a mile. I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's like 3 or 4 miles away from me. But like 8 Mile is like one big strip. It's one big strip. Strip clubs, movie theaters, a whole bunch of corporate shit. You right by M Ho? Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is M ain't really from 8 Mile. Like, that nigga M is from I forgot where. But like, he was at an 8 Mile trailer park, but I don't think the trailer park is there no more. But it was called something else. It wasn't really Detroit. It's like certain buses would take you far out, and then once you in the burbs, the whole shit will change. But like, I forgot where the trailer park was at. I gotta go look that shit up again. Props to Detroit was he was going to school, and like, he was clicking, and like, we vouched for him. Shit. But like, he was getting beat up on the black side and the white side. On some real shit. According to Eminem's life. But Yeah. You ever seen it before? The Fame? Nope. But I have a friend that has seen them because like they had some old like hip hop like underground tapes and shit, and it was Eminem, Proof, D12, other motherfucking cats of the of the Detroit hip hop scene on this video. Look that up online. Go to the Detroit underground hip hop videos behind the scenes where they was giving interviews and shit. You will see Eminem, you will see everybody, and my homeboy is in that video. I mean, like, I call him a homeboy, man, but like he's really like an elder. He did spoken word and shit, and and like for him to be there, I was like, oh shit. Yep, R.I.P. to Black. Yep, he passed away like shit 6 or 7 years ago, like probably 10 years ago. I'm not really sure, but yeah, like he was there and they had the footage. It was like I'm talking about old videos of Detroit underground hip hop scene. Everybody was spitting. Everybody that was in the video was spitting. Yep, pulled up on them. Yeah, I know that would have been crazy. Yep. That's hard to do. Just say, oh, sometimes it's hard to do, man. But like, you just gotta train yourself. I trained myself for a whole year to not curse in the rap scene. Is easy. I can make a track without cursing. It's easy because I trained for a year. Year to not curse in my lyrics was because I was doing Head Start. I was doing the Head Start program. You know, like we was doing shows for the children at schools. So I needed to make clean content. So that's what I did. I made clean content for like a whole year. You know, and like one teacher was like, "Can you say all the kids' names of the graduating class?" I'm like, "Man, you know how hard that was within a week's time to memorize a graduating class." I had like a week and a half to do this shit. A week or a week and a half. I'm like, nigga, how y'all gonna do this shit before graduation? Y'all some hoes. Y'all could have did this shit like 2 weeks ahead of time. I could have had this shit downloaded, memorized, and ready to go as soon as the shit started. Like, no, nigga, I had to motherfucking memorize this shit within a week and a half and perform it. I had 2 verses and I had to implement all the kids' names of a graduating class. That shit was wild, son. I didn't. I think I cursed in one of those tracks. But if I didn't, that's good. But if I did curse, nobody heard it because the track was so good and they overlooked it. But I think I cursed in one of them. Not all of them, but I cursed in one of them. I think. But yeah, you know, like that comes from training, and plus I was caring about what your family and friends thought when they hear the music. So like, you know, so like I had to stay within the realm of the sound that you was going for, and I also had to make it palatable for people to hear it because I'm hardcore like a motherfucker. But shouts out to Jordan, not living up. But real shit, dog. We did so many songs. I don't remember me cursing. But if I did curse, it was probably one or two. It was probably 1 or 2 curse words. It was probably 1 or 2 curse words, and they overlooked it. But shouts out to everybody. I know everybody is going through this little heat wave. I'm going through my heat wave. Much love to my goddess Vonta. And I'll be back tonight for a Detroit After Dark. You already know. Hope everybody have a cool day, good afternoon. Very Tony, you have the good cheer. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. What time is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vonta might be grabbing a coffee right now. I hope they're not deleting your comments. Before I got everything set to all messages, but you probably just chilling. You probably just chilling. Just kicking back, letting the chat flow. Or maybe you're grabbing a coffee. Cool. Stay hydrated. Don't forget to bring a towel. Drink some water. Low key live. Cut my hair. Stop! Shouts out to Low Key. Thanks, Jordan, for letting me see that. Yeah, they got cut my hair. It's diabolical. Because I can hear the nigga saying it. That's why it's so fucking funny. I can hear this nigga saying it. But shouts out. Yeah, the comment. Yeah, I just saw that shit. Shout out to Low Key. You already know. Oh shit, it's 11:11. I forgot you 2 hours behind me. It's 11:11. I think it's 11:12 now over there in Utah. 1:12 in Detroit, 1:12 in Jersey, 1:12 in Chi-Town, 6:12 in the UK, 7:12 in the Netherlands, 7:12 in Sweden, 10:12 over there in Cali. Shouts out to everybody in your respective time zones. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. And YouTube, y'all better not be deleting my baby comments. I swear to God. Right, all these time zones. Right. I'm trying to remember everything. I know I got some people in Texas. Well, I don't know what time is it in Texas. I think North Carolina probably got the same time. I'm not sure. But shout out to North Carolina. Shouts out to Texas. You already know what it is. And shout out to Wisconsin. Yeah, Mariah from North Carolina. Relentless from Texas. Man from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I don't know what time it is in New York. Shouts out to Foxy Moon, New York. Jewel from New York. I think my homeboy Bronzebird is from New York too. So, New York. I just capture all your thoughts in 11:11. That's what's up. Eric from NYC. Yo, Erica. Who's Erica again? I forgot. But shouts out to everybody. And I catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Much love to my guy, this Vonta. What was Yep, go full Cisco. That's what Vonta said. Go full Cisco. I'm going full Cisco, Vonta. You betrayed your uniform.